trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more. And if it's Tuesday, you should always support the arts. Your favorite charities, no matter what they may be. Dream River Artist Ranch. Carol, what's the other one again? I'm blanking for a minute.
Better Mission for Children with the Easy Way Network.
Exactly. Very, very important. And you know why this is special? Because it's women again. I might as well just call women movie reviews and more, because that's really what it's about, talking about strong women and everything like that. Doesn't matter if you're a singer, songwriter, filmmaker, director, producer, entrepreneur, mom, Terminator X. It doesn't matter if you are on the L Word or anything like that. It's about supporting all of those great things. And so when you can come all the way from Israel and everything like that, Ewa's having problems getting in. I just say this. Hey, we're live on Talk 4 Media, K4 HD Radio, Talk 4 TV, streaming on over 100 outlets right now around the world, and on iTunes 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee, where we have over 40 million views and counting. And so there's a lot of, I just know, I can see it. There's a lot of, I'm going to call her Terminator. Terminator, you got a lot of your fans chiming in tonight. I can see what's going on. And that's a great thing. There she is. She's probably a problem logging on. So this is the fun thing. No. This is the fun thing about always having a live show. So it's 169 live shows in a row. We never know what's going to happen. We just go with it. You actresses and those singers, you know what it's like when you go on stage. You're like, you know what? You just do it. So I don't always introduce everybody. I go, this is the time when you can just brag about who you are, what you've done, because you've earned it and you've worked for it. So I've got to start with this young lady. I remember interviewing her when she first started her career. And then now it seems like I run into her more than I would interview her. And she's always been very nice from day one. Her personality has not changed. But I was also early in the year good in seeing with her mom. And, I thought that was great, because I'm like, we just saw her, Carol, a couple of days ago. And I'm like, well, where's your mom? Because I think they go hand in hand now. But, she's a strong, determined woman. She's an actress. She's a producer. She's a mom. She's an entrepreneur. She's been in BloodRayne, Mercenaries, the L Word. She's been Burn Notice. There was a lot. I just remember, and I don't know if she remembers this. There was one particular thing. We were at TCA in the Huntington in Pasadena, and someone was saying the show it's canceled. She's not on. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's right in front of me, and she's on the show, and it's been renewed. And I squashed that rumor, and I never forgot about that. And she said to me, are you telling me something that I don't know? And I said, no, you're good. There's misinformation out there that was trying to do something that was incorrect. And, I always want to make sure we have everything. When we can have her, what is her name, Carol? What's the strange young lady's name over here that we just saw the other day?
It's Miss Kristanna, right?
Thank you very much.
She's a humanitarian as well, so.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here on the show and to see all of your beautiful faces. Brian, yes, you were there in kind of the beginning with Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. And when we actually got together in person and did roundtables, which was such a wonderful experience for press, because if you're a people person like me and you want to connect, you want to do it in person as much as possible. But now, with the great technology that we have, we're able to do this from the comfort of our own home or wherever we may be. But yes, very happy to be here. actress, producer. I have a film company called Trio Entertainment. We're getting ready to release our first film called Vice and Virtue, which I'm also in with a great ensemble cast. This is a film about choices, how certain choices take us down one path and how other choices take us down a different direction, vice or virtue. So what will you choose? And hopefully you'll come away from this film with a little bit more insight into your life as to what you're choosing and why. So I've got Vice and Virtue. I've got a TV series coming up called Dope Unit, Drug Operational Police Enforcement. I play the Deputy Commissioner Policewoman of the Philadelphia Police. And this series looks at the underbelly of the crime world in Philadelphia, and that will be streaming on the All Black platform, a subsidiary of AMC, very soon. And yes, I'm a mother as well. I have a 9-year-old son, Thor, and that is really, of course, my most important job. And he continues to be my teacher every day.
All right, I'm coming back to your mom part because I'm happy that you're mom, because I love seeing your photos of you and your son. I think that's great. You know, so but we also, Carol and Howard, he's in Nashville, Tennessee, so he's having issues, and some of us know the issues he has. But the thing about that is, you know, you got 2 other strong women here. I love you strong women because you make the world go round, and you're putting a lot of men in place that didn't take your talents and everything that you did. They took it for granted, and you can't do that. So when you're that singer-songwriter, and you've been, you know, singing and songwriting and composing before you kind of walked and could talk, that says something. And then, you know, when you can hop, skip, and jump from Israel and back to the United States and vice versa, but not be born from the United States, that says something too, doesn't it, Carol? Because you know what it's like to deal with a couple of countries yourself. So you could either call her Diana or kind of Dina in a way, or Barash or Brush. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, but I this is why I like to have everybody pronounce their names, because you know they can be announced in different ways. So, but I welcome that because you just don't know. It's the same thing that goes with it. You know, she's a talented woman. She reached out to me just like Diana or Diana, and I like this. So again, when you're reaching out and you want that exposure, and Kristanna knows about this because we don't do a lot of in-persons anymore. Those radio roundtables, those junkets, I never took them for granted. I always said it's nothing like in-personal, but when you can't, this is the next best thing on a live show. And then we just keep blowing it up like that. You know, talk about you being that singer-songwriter, because we've been chatting here and there when you come into the United States. And then one time I think I called you by accident, you in Israel, because you never know. But I was honored because she reached out to me on LinkedIn. And I'm like, you know, if you reach out, my guidelines are, then I have to find a spot for you on the show, because a lot of people aren't giving strong women in general, entrepreneurs, mom, no matter producers, whatever you may be, the opportunities. And I do not like that. And so here's off to you. Talk about you being that singer-songwriter. And then we're going to go to Ewa after that.
Well, I started young. As a child, I was already hearing melodies in my head and sitting in a classroom and humming them. And the kids are like, be quiet. I'm like, I didn't even notice I'm doing that. So later followed, I took classical piano and been writing on the piano my music. Unfortunately, had lots of immigrations. Yeah, probably it made me resilient, made me strong. But all the cultures kind of intermingled. Yeah, I lived in Soviet Union, in Israel, in LA, and kind of alternating now between Los Angeles and Israel, and traveling as much as I can, spreading the love, spreading the music. My music is about empowerment, inspiration. It's been in a few movies, it's been on TV shows. And I also do sound healing, and I have a wellness studio where I'm healing people with the music, with my voice, with different instruments, different frequencies, vibrations. So it's my calling, I think, in this life to heal with music, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm a kind of an old-fashioned songwriter. I I have long songs. They all have kind of like a story. A lot of them are about love.
You have love, you have cyber
And
love, and I think you have a miracle of love. And we're going to get
Sunshine.
those are the
into a little bit
albums.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Well, a miracle of love, obviously. We all need a miracle and we need a lot of love. And so far, every album I put out, it has the word love in it.
Mhm.
My first one was A Miracle of Love. The second one, Cyber Love. And the third one was just Love. And I'm about to put out another album and I'm working on the name. So
It's going to be called Another Love.
I'm taking suggestions.
Now hold
So
that
yeah,
thought.
and I'm very versatile. You know, I write from classical to dance, like whatever I'm in the mood. Like I'm studying a ballroom dancing, and I love tango, so I wrote a tango song.
I
So
love Latin dance. Yeah. So,
yes.
you know, Deanna, it's really interesting this path you've taken with the healing involved with music. This is my world. So I love that you have done this, and your path of immigration is incredible because I feel like when we're able to move and live and be in other locations, for me, Europe and South America, as well as well as the States, it gives us a much broader, more beautiful picture of humanity. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that because we get to see that our needs are the same everywhere. We all want shelter, we all want food, we all want good schools and safety. And I wonder if you've experienced that same thing.
in Israel, yeah. Well, you know, you probably know the situation in Israel. We get, for some reason, a lot of propaganda, and it's very lenient, and we're trying to bring the truth. Basically, everywhere I've been and lived and am, and I travel a lot, comes down to people need love, people need attention. A lot of us who, and I also studied psychology, and I have a degree in psychology. So not everybody got a loving environment that they grew up in.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's nice when we meet people even we don't know. You know, I try to make an effort anywhere I am. If I'm in a supermarket, anywhere, I try to smile to people and bring that light because a lot of people don't have that light. You know, for some reason, that light was taken away from them in either in childhood or these days. And we live in a very challenging world right now where there's a lot going on, and we need to bring the light. We need to bring the light, and music, I think, is one of the tools that I think. And I'm lucky, you know, that I was kind of born into it. My mom played the violin. My dad was in a choir. He wrote poetry. So I kind of was raised in a home where there's lots of music, and it resonated with me, and that's what saved me. I think we all going through hardships in our lives, but every time the music is my savior, and that's what I'm trying to bring to the world and everybody I touch. Music it raises our vibration.
Yeah.
Well, the
And
other thing
enhances
about
our
that
light.
is that all you four women are very strong and have, you know, strong European roots. And I like that, whether it's Norwegian, whether it's Israeli, whether it's, you know, Ukraine or
Soviet
Russia, it
Union.
doesn't matter. Our
Yeah.
world is evolved like that, especially on this show, because we have a huge influence when it comes to, you know, Italy, Israel, Greece. It doesn't matter. They've all been on the shows at 1 to 3 in the morning. And I treasure that. And I don't take that lightly because they take the time to get up, but it's also about connecting. And the fun thing about this is I kind of see you kind of three connecting in a strange way with Carol and her. She'll talk about what she had this past weekend at the Emmys gifting suite. But this young lady from Chicago, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, you know, a single mom of two, you know, and you created the Baby Claws and you've got the firm LLC, she's really talented. She's European also. And I just love the stuff that all three you women ring. Carol, I'm not excluding you, but I'm talking about them.
And
But it's
I
one
know,
of those things where, you know, I've always said this, you learn a lot more when you've traveled outside the United States, and when you come back, you look at it a completely different way, especially if you're a woman. And so being from Chicago and creating all of these great things, that Baby Claus, that audiobook that you created, yeah, I'm talking about you here, is fabulous. Talk about, pronounce your name for the audience, because I hate screwing up people's names, but I want to hear it from you also. Go ahead.
Yes, people love to call me Eva in the United States. My name is Ewa Bielska. I'm a producer, a filmmaker, and a creator. And so I'm so happy to see you all and meet you. I'm from Poland, so yes, it was a journey to come here and live in the different country, having no family. And but I think everybody got their own journey in life, and it's all about moving on and living, trying as much to live with a passion, because of course there is obstacle. We gotta make a living. We have different all tasks to do, and on the side there is this passion which is sometimes is left behind, but sometimes if you're trying to push through, you can get there. Definitely you can.
We're going to show a couple pictures in a minute. Someone said the movie Air Panic, there was only one woman that was really worth that whole movie. She made that whole movie.
Yeah.
And so you're laughing, but you do make a lot of movies because it's your personality and it's the light that comes. Even when I ran into you the other day again, I was like, she's the same person from way back. She hasn't changed. She's just more matured. But her career is going like this. But being a mom, I think, is the most important. Yeah, she's got Vice and Virtues coming up, but she seems to be the happiest, and she looked really good. I mean, you haven't lost a step as far as I'm concerned. And I'm a movie horse. I've seen everything that you've been in because that's my job. Talk about what you have coming up, but also being a mom. That's important to you women these days.
Well, thanks very much, Brian. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I've learned probably the most through motherhood and with my son. I mean, as far as it goes on my personal journey, and then also as it relates to my art. Because as I've matured as an individual and as a woman and as a mother and as a partner and as a friend and in relationships and with my parents, and no matter what it is, it only enriches my ability to create deep, full, meaningful, impactful characters. And I'm super driven and passionate about what I do, but I love finding characters that have those human flaws that we all have, that we can relate with, that we can push through, that we can for whatever it may be. Those are really the characters that I love to portray. And Dark Night of the Soul, a movie I did that just came out. It's my survival film, my 127 hours, if you will. And that's really a woman's journey, without giving away too much of the plot, because if you haven't seen it, please do so, where she's gone through a real personal loss and has tried to overcome that. And now she finds herself in a car accident, pinned under a car, and what she goes through and her emotional journey to try to get through the other side. Will she make it internally and physically, or will she not? So that really kind of in a nutshell is what I feel like as I've matured and gone through has been my journey. My son, who's doing great now, he had a rough start to life. He was in the neonatal ICU for the first few months of his life, and then in and out, and had to undergo a series of operations. Thanks, Carol. So that to me, you get put in situations in life where you don't foresee it happening. You don't know it's going to be in your plan, but you use that as a time of growth and a time of healing and a time to really deepen our emotional experience on what it means to be human. So for that, I am grateful.
And this is like a couple pictures of just what you've gone through your career, you are basically the same, and that's why your fans love you, because they can see that you are that person, no matter what a character may be. The same thing with you. When I'm talking to her on the phone, we're starting to connect because I could see her hiring you in the future, which is why I'm glad she's on that show, because she is that director and she is that award winner, but she also has a bunch of great things that she created. And then, with Diana, it's one of those things you can't go wrong with anybody who can compose. So we've had Randy Elkman and everybody else on, and without a good soundtrack or a score, you don't have a movie. It's very, very important. And so, Carol, introduce yourself and we'll go back in.
Hi, I'm Carol Register. I have been a co-host here weekly for about 1.5 years, since January of 2024. I am a neuroscience-based coach. I created something called the Neuro Wealth Method with universal wealth laws, and I take women who are at 6 figures to seven plus figures. And I also co-host another show called Unleashed and Unstoppable. And I have a little boutique hotel in the Andes Mountains in southern Chile, where I run wonderful retreats, nervous system and wealth resets. I also do done with you retreats, and that's absolutely my joy and passion. And being able to be here with you guys to see what you do is so precious to me, because we, as Brian is saying, as women doing what we're meant to do, impact the world in ways beyond what we even realize. There's always things going on behind the scenes. We're spiritual beings in physical bodies. And it's really beautiful when we're stepping fully into who we're meant to be, living our lives, telling our stories through movies, through song. And I want to hear what the baby clause is. What's the baby clause? So yes, thank you for being here.
Thank you. So Baby Klaus, it's a completely different project and a completely different genre than I always focus in films. I always was into drama, and my films are more on the drama genre. And the Baby Klaus, it just came from one night I was sitting with my son on the bed. We were talking at night, and we were talking about, it was close to Christmas, and we were talking about how the Santa, if he's gonna come, and then, we were just telling the story, and I came out with this little boy. I was talking actually about my son, that there is one far away that was living in the house, very kind and loving boy. And I came out with the story. Actually, I was talking about my son, but he didn't know about it. And then I came into the idea that he was he was born as a little baby Klaus. And that's how it starts. I wrote the script for the animation film as a first, and but during the time when I'm developing the animation, I wrote a book called Little Baby Klaus, and from the book I produced the audiobook and as well very cute toy, which is I brought it here to show you guys. Say hello to Little Baby Klaus. So it's a handmade toy, which is it's gonna be released very soon. It's very beautiful and super soft. I create this toy based off the sensory motion and the colors, as my son always struggled with the speech. He was having speech delay, motor skills delay, but he was reacting very strongly to the music, to the colors, and to the touch. So I was thinking like, oh my gosh, it would be so beautiful to develop character where every single kid will enjoy it so much with the colors. And that's how the little baby Klaus came actually from my journey with my raising my two sons, and I just love the project, and it got such a beautiful feedback. So
Give
that
them the
was
price on that too. Let them know the prices. It's very affordable. And the reason why this is important, because the toy industry is being hit hard. A lot of them are made out of China. She's made them
what?
here.
Yes, you know what? I want this toy to be affordable to every single child. It's I think that every single child deserves the children. You know, the children, they living in their own world. They escaping to the characters. They wanted to have somebody who is represented representing kindness, warmth. If they are sad, they go into the room and they hugging the toys. So I want every kid, and I do believe it's gonna go all over the world. The little baby clowns, and here is the bigger version. So that's how they look.
And what a
See,
great way, what a great lens to look at that story through, you know, to take Santa Claus and to look at Santa Claus through the lens of Baby Claus. I think that's really got a magical quality to it that's going to be, you know, so well received. Mine
Thank
aren't
you.
known, but I have grandkids, and so I'm excited to you know, find out about Baby Claus.
Thank you so much. Yes, the Baby Klaus is a very magical story about a boy who is kind and who is like everybody else and can do, you know, magic in this world. So this is also the book, and it's super colorful. And as well, we have the audiobook.
see, and as that goes, I mean, it's affordable too. Give them the price. Let them know what that is.
So the big toy, it's gonna be $29, $29.95. We're gonna release the toy on the.
Oh, she froze.
She froze. Yeah. What a great idea. What an amazing idea, right?
Yeah, it's
It's
affordable because most
Yeah.
plush toys are like $50 and above. Hers is
Mhm.
not, and that's why I wanted to help promote it, because a lot of moms will love this, especially now. A lot of
So
things are not affordable.
the
The
little
prices are
one,
way up.
it's $20.
Mhm.
Okay.
This one, and it's gonna come together with the book, in the beautiful bags. It's this is gonna be winter collection. There is also, I have already future project. I'm gonna. I want Baby Klaus to be like for whole season. So he's gonna be in the spring and in the summer, in the future, and I so look forward to the animation, which is gonna come very soon. So keep it finger crossed, and we will see, you know, how soon we can produce the series.
I was going to say, can we buy it now? Like, this would be such a
It's,
beautiful gift for
I'll
my
tell you,
grandkids.
this is a limited edition. I decide to go for this year because the project is very new. I opened LLC a few years ago, 2 years ago, and the little baby Klaus this year is gonna be just limited edition. There is gonna be just 2,000 of them, and they're gonna be released in the end of the October. So they're gonna be available only on the littlebabyklaus.com website, not on Amazon or anywhere else. And you know, we have already, like, my friends and the people from the film industry, they're like, can I have one? Can I have one? I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna put everybody on the list, and Brian, you as well, because
Well,
Brian, like, I wish to
here's
have
what I
you.
told her. I said, yes, it's available. It's just, you know, Christina, you know this. It's just like promoting something during the Oscars or a Super Bowl. You have to get that stuff going. Same thing with a movie. You want people to get the awareness. There's never not a time when you're marketing stuff. Never. The world has changed on everything, which is why we do so well. Movie Reviews and More, going back to October 1993 when I started it, was always going to be international. Never, never, never domestic. And it was always going to be about the power of you women, never men. And I wanted that on purpose because I saw what they didn't do in the world of fitness, and I saw what they didn't do in the world of dressage. And I was the only male being there. And I said, I will never have this happen on my watch. And I've kept up to that. And I think that's why we do so well around the world, because it's you women. It's not really the guys, it's the women. You get the women, the men will follow. Right, Kristanna?
Brian, did you say dressage?
Yeah. I've always been in the world of dressage. Yep.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, I'm a fellow equestrian. What was happening in dressage that got you so motivated to do something?
When I had my ranch in Canyon Country, California, I saw that I would be the only guy there helping women set up the tents, help them with their horses, help, shine their boots and walk them. Meanwhile, I'm doing celebrity interviews with all this stuff, but I would always do these things because I wanted to learn about the business. But what I learned, which bothers me still to this day, was Helder Gurney was our instructor. And our horse was Bellagio, named Bellagio, a French Dutch warm blood stallion, and he was really good. But it was one of those things where there was no guys there; there's all women. They're spending thousands, hundreds and thousands of dollars on their equipment and everything. And they said they got no press, and they're winning, and they're not getting any money. And I see this, when a woman is directing or producing. We've had Cindy Cowan on, we had Lainey Strauss on last week, and every woman is talking about the same problems, what they go up against with these stupid guys. So I like to break down those things because we have the numbers. Nobody's going to stop me, and I'm not going to bend my knee. So I'm speaking out for a lot of the women who can't speak out for, because, they might be having to work. I don't have to worry about it. These are my numbers. These aren't a network's numbers. So that makes it different. I can say things that they can't. I'll say when I'm talking to them about like Baby Klaus, you sell it now because you get it going. You don't need an Amazon and you don't need a Walmart. Small business is what America was built on. And when you come over from another country, that's what it's all about, right? And you women are leading the charge. You're just not getting enough credit. That's when I discovered that in 08, and I said, I'm going to change this, and I have.
And we appreciate the men who are willing to support us and work alongside us and do what you do, Brian. It's so powerful. Those 800 plus million views we have are all verifiable views. And we're streaming right now on hundreds of platforms around the world. And it's because of exactly what Brian said. He's done it his way. And he is taking a stand for us and our voices here. So,
I'm voting for Brian for president. I'm just putting
I will never run for office. That is not going to happen. No.
That's right.
I understand.
It ain't going to happen. Yeah, you do understand.
I want to mention, Deanna, I would love to talk with you about the sound work you do and our retreats. And I also want to mention to you, Kristanna, we do, we're an incredible place for location shoots, and it works out to be much less expensive than it is here in the States. Also mention that to you, Ewa, because I want to say it right. What is it? Ewa. Okay, Ewa, that's Polish. I need to implant that in my brain because our names are beautiful. But yes. So I want you guys to be aware of that. If you are interested in that, reach out and talk to me about that.
Where are you talking about filming in Switzerland, you said?
Actually, my boutique hotel where we run our retreats is in the Andes Mountains in southern Chile.
Where did I get
amazing?
Wow. Thank you. I'm sorry, what did you say, Kristanna?
No, I just said I don't know why I heard Switzerland, but what can you talk a little bit more about the retreats?
Yeah, we do two things. We do done for you and done with you. The done for you are full nervous system and wealth reset retreats. The done with you is where you get to bring your own agenda. Maybe you want to come bring a bunch of script writers and work on a project together. We've had motorcyclers, we've had artists. So you bring your own agenda and your own experts, and then we're there to support you in that journey.
Amazing.
And that's why she was there for Emmy Week. She had her table, and Carol was a rock star. You might not have gotten to her table, but
I did, unfortunately.
No, she didn't. But it was awesome being there with Heather. Heather is one of my clients. She's a rock star. I had a few of my clients, including some other celebrities there. And I'm just really passionate and love what I do. So that was really neat.
It's really unique and special what you've created. How did you find your way to Chile?
My husband was in ill health, and we knew we wanted to retire overseas. And we found this place from a North American couple that wanted to sell. They'd had it for 25 years, fantastic reputation. And so we went through with the process, and right away he passed away. So I ended up alone overseas, learning a brand new language, a brand new industry, and grieving 30 years of marriage. And I had to become an instant financial expert. We were in 6 countries at the time overnight. So that's when my journey started.
Wow, that's an amazing gift he could give you in that passing.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, definitely would like the information for maybe future retreats. That sounds great. Chile is on my list. I haven't been yet, but it's high on my list.
Well, you know somebody. She's right next to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing nature, and I love nature.
I always say it's like living in a moving painting.
Wow.
So and she doesn't. You should sing there. See, Carol, well, Carol knows now. Anybody who comes on, they kind of get their next jobs, and people hire people, and then they're like, oh, I didn't know about this gift here or this toy here. I want to have one of those because, most women are moms, they're looking for something, but it's affordable for that. But also when you're that actress and you're looking for other things, you never know what's going to come up because most things are shot outside the US now. And Carol just happens to have that. What, 2 ex-presidents have been there and a prime minister? Is that correct too?
Yeah, well, actually, ex-presidents, members of the Nobel Prize Committee, National Geographic, Audubon Society. Yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
Just to name a few, that's amazing. Wow.
So the thing about that is, so since you didn't get to her table, I'm taking over for Carol's spot for some reason.
Thank you.
She gave certain people things to that. So Sophia Milos was one of them, but I always wanted you to have one just because of all the things that you've done throughout your career. You deserve to have what? You deserve to have something from Carol.
Well, thank you. If Brian's allowed to gift me things from you, that sounds absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm so sorry I didn't get to your table for some reason. I had.
There were a lot. I mean, it was amazing, right?
But that sounds absolutely remarkable. One of the great pleasures of working in entertainment is I have been able to travel all over the world, places that I never thought I would get to. But like Diana, I have not been to Chile, and I would love to explore South America more. I really have just done Brazil. So that sounds incredible. So thank you. Yes, I will chat more with you offline about that. Thanks.
That sounds great. Yeah. All of you contact me. The deal is good for all of you.
There you go.
Yeah. And you know what's great about that?
It's set up.
Well, the good thing about that is that a woman owns it. That's why I like it. Because she, they go through what Carol's saying, and Carol and I talk almost every day. And she was a rock star being out there this week. And that was her first time doing something like that. But the connection that she made, I was happy for her because that's what this is all about. This is the more part and movie reviews and more. The whole thing is I have to get everybody on the live show because Kristanna knows we don't do a lot of in-persons anymore. So when we have the award shows, not everybody is invited to the governor's ball or the something like that. But when it comes to these things do not go out of style. An album never goes away. A toy never goes away. That movie that you created never goes away. And you see a lot of your fans chiming in on this. You know what? I want them to always know the stuff that you started with before that and after, because your careers continue on. Even as that founder and that director, you know what that's like, being out of Chicago, coming over from overseas and being that award woman. We talk about this, about how you're that single mom of 2 and how hard it is to do these things, but you created a great product. that I know people will like, and it doesn't matter if it's limited. It's better to sell out, you know.
People are
Appreciate,
gonna,
you know.
yeah.
This is the clouds. It just came from nowhere. During the, you know, I'm still working on 2 films, which is takes longer than I expected to produce them, but they coming along. And the little baby clouds, it's in the middle of those chaotic days where the things has to be done. The little baby clouds is like such a joy, and it makes me very happy. And I didn't even expect to create the toy, to be honest. It's I start just with a film, with the animation, and boom, there you go. 1 year later, I just came out with a toy. So my brain is constantly thinking, constantly. Usually at night when I put my children to sleep, there is the time where I'm working every day until 2 a.m. at 1 a.m. It's just something what keeps me stronger, and it's something which just gives me this I would say like a satisfaction of creating something for not just for me, for people all over the world. And I think this is the most beautiful thing, you know, ever for me, to create something for people, for children in this case, children in need, and children all over the world.
Hey, let's take a look at this clip, because music is an important part, especially when you've got love in the title. You can't go wrong from that because the world needs it.
Aiming to survive and navigate the dark, like a wall of tears falling down on us. Only hope, believe, light, love will lift us. Lift us. Love, only love, only love will save us. Love, only love, only love will save us.
You know, the bad thing about, you know, not being able to play music clips on, you know, things that are virtual these days is because you get dinged from Amazon Music and Apple and everything, which sucks, basically. You know, you want people to go out because music stores are almost non-existent. Anybody remember Tower Video, Tower Records,
Tower
you know,
Records,
Tower
of course.
Classic?
Yeah.
You don't have those anymore. You've got one major one. You've got Amoeba Records in Los Angeles. You've got the record store where I found them. God, in 2014, there was an 8-minute short clip. It ended up winning an award. It's still there. So same thing with a bookstore. When you have these things, you want to be able to help support those businesses, because a lot of them are not surviving. And so for us, for movie reviews and more, that's important that we do these things like that. So to get all 3 of you on tonight, it's never easy. And a lot of times people don't know, you know, they're used to seeing me doing one-on-ones. And I'm like, we can't always do a one-on-one. I want to share it with my female co-hosts. We have 12 of them, but we have 5 that are always there because no one wants to take a day off besides Howard, you know. And and speaking of that, Howard, do we have sound with you? He's smiling.
I hear you a little bit, yes.
All right, tell him who you are. Go ahead.
Want me to talk?
Go ahead.
Nod your head if you want me to talk.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Howard Wiggins, Howard Wiggins Facebook, one of the top world's 35 leading interior designers. And I'll be coming to Nashville, and we'll be doing some things this week and looking forward to it. So that's it. Just follow me on Facebook.
And he and I'll speak for him, and Carol will speak for him too. He's his art collection is all authentic, and he's been collecting since age 16, and he just had a birthday. Was it yesterday? So I think he's officially 73, but he doesn't look like it, you know. And it's one of those things where his father, just in case, his father helped start the Grand Ole Opry, And that's why Howard's important, because he grew up with all those musical icons there in Tennessee. And that's important. And I always want people to know that, because Howard's just a great guy. And I can't wait to see my friend tomorrow when I go in for the Nashville Film Festival. We got a couple minutes left.
Amazing.
Let's talk about how the
Brian,
business has changed. Yeah, Diane.
I just want to say thank you for what you do, and thank you for understanding the women power, because
Thank
a lot
you.
of men compete with women. They don't understand. We can work side by side, and we have different vision than men do, and it's all complementary. Like if we need to work together. So thank you for that. I really, 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 really appreciate you.
You know, I always say we wouldn't be where we weren't if it weren't were women. We just would not. It couldn't have been done a different way, and it was never going to. I mean, notice it doesn't say Brian Sebastian. It says movie reviews and more. The more part when I started it in October of 1993 was always going to be more powerful than movie reviews. Movie reviews are dead. Nobody reads anymore, unfortunately. But you still should go out and buy books and teach your kids how to read. Right, and you ladies
Yes.
are moms, you know, except for I think Diana. I don't know if she's a mom, but
I read
that's
every
important.
day.
Yes.
I'm a total reader.
It's
I have a
important.
daughter, and we both read. Yes, I have a
See?
beautiful daughter, also singer, songwriter, and does other stuff. And we both love reading. I have a big library at home, and I'm not giving it up.
No, don't give it up. You know, the whole thing about it is that you women don't even look like moms. You know, you're too happy to be moms. I've seen some moms that they're not happy. You women are happy, and
You
I
know what,
applaud that.
Brian? We're too busy to be not happy. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There
Hey,
is
we got
no
a couple
time to
minutes
think
left.
about being not happy, you know.
That is true. That is true.
You know,
And we're
Brian, there's
raising, yeah. And I raised a
There's-
very strong daughter as well, very strong woman. So
very strong. An interesting geographical connection with Kristanna having filmed in Romania, and Deanna being from Moldova, right next door. One of my daughters lived
yes.
in Romania for a while in
Mm.
Bratislava, and so I
Cool.
know that area of the world. And I was just thinking, you know, that you guys have that beautiful connection between the two of you from your experience of Romania.
Yeah, Romania. Not only did I shoot BloodRayne there, but I've been back there to host events, etc. And I brought a dog back with me when I was shooting
Wow.
BloodRayne, and I had Bob the dog, for 15 years, and Bobby traveled all over the world with me. So I had a little piece
That's
of
cool.
Romania with me for many
That's
years.
very cool. Very cool.
How
And they have
about-
good music and good food, that region of the world. Very good food.
It's true.
Diana, give your
Nice
social
music.
media links for everybody and how they can reach out and buy your songs and buy your albums. It's important. Go ahead.
Yes, it's on all the platforms. Just look for my name, Deanna Barash, and I'd love you to hear the music, because there's stories, there's my heart in it. I'm about, as I said, empowering and inspiring and making this world a better place and shining the light on everybody to have a better life.
Exactly. Eva, social media links.
Baby Klaus, it's little baby Klaus. My social media is Ewa Biel Art. And if you would like to get the toy and a book, it's a littlebabyklaus.com. That's the website for the Little Baby Klaus.
And everybody out there in the audience, make sure you support strong women and women-owned business. It's very, very important. And those mom and pop business stores, that's what America was built on. And again, coming from overseas a lot, that's what makes everything go well. See, Kristanna, you still got a lot of your friends looking out here, which is good. Your fans, which is great. Howard Wiggins, social media links. I know you can hear us.
Yeah, Howard Wiggins Facebook, and of course I can hear you right at the very end. But anyway, it's basically Howard Wiggins Facebook. I'm going back into interior design. I kind of left it for a while when I retired, but my heart's in it, and I want to go back. So,
And tell them what room you're in too.
I'm in the guest bedroom. It's the guest bedroom. You see my picture from the haunted farmhouse behind me, and it's just one of the rooms.
Yeah, he's got 38 other
Cool.
rooms too.
This whole
Beautiful.
house is a museum. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Exactly. You should see the bathroom.
Yeah.
I
All
love
right.
art.
Carol,
That's
register.
amazing.
Social media links, Carol.
You can reach me at Carol Register on Facebook, LinkedIn, and IG. I'm also at Neurocoach Carol on IG. So like neuroscience, NEURO Coach Carol. I can't wait to talk with you.
And the young lady who popped in first, who I was glad that popped in on, let's talk about what you got coming up and your social media links for everybody to reach out to you from around the world.
Yes, indeed. I'm very excited for the launch of Vice and Virtue. I'm going to do something special with the film. We are doing a virtual worldwide premiere with Vice and Virtue. We're going to be doing Q&As with the other cast members. So please follow my socials for all the updates on that. Instagram is KS Loken, my official Facebook page, and then X is at Loken Kristanna. And the movie I was talking about before, Dark Night of the Soul, if you haven't seen it, I think they recently changed the title to Trapped Alone. So if you're looking for it, you'll find it there on Amazon.
And also go out and look at her other films. The same thing with, Ewa, she's got some good short films there too. Sometimes you don't get a chance to talk about everything, but you have to support their past work, present and future. And I want to thank everybody for coming on Movie Reviews and More tonight. And as I always say, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. You see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. It's about love, huh, Dion? I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Brian.